Do y'all want a Yahoo?
Yeah, I'd love that.
This one is sent in by Casey. Thanks, Casey. It's a Yahoo Answers user Bush who asks, my grandkids want to start a detective agency.
Yes.
Should I start staging crimes for them to solve? I'm worried about them actually solving it and figuring out it was me.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it depends. The latter worry is a strange worry unless the crimes you were attempting to do was like manslaughter.
No, but here's the thing. Even if it's like, Bugsy stole the fucking, class pet or whatever, if you figure out that's your grandpa, I mean, after 2 of those, even if it's just pretty money, you're like,
grandpa.
You're like, fuck it, grandpa. Like, are you okay, dude? Like, you stole the class pet and then you stole that little kid's like prize marble shooter or whatever. Like, what are you doing, grandpa?
Well, Trav, did you ever watch the Sherlock show with Ben and Bick?
Elementary?
Yeah, right?
No, the other one. That one had
the one where Sherlock Holmes woke up and it was like modern day San Francisco and
no, that's still elementary. This one had been a
Hobbit,
and it was just Sherlock. It was just right down the middle of Sherlock. There wasn't like a special thing about it. It was just straight over the plate Sherlock. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Well, in that one, in
bit.
every case, they'd be like, the mummy did come back from the dead and is killing all the people at the museum, or the people at the circus have been also killing people. But at the end of each one, it turns out it was Moriarty. And then at the end of the first season, Moriarty dies.
Whoa.
And you say, whoa, hold on a minute. Now who's going to do the crimes? And sure enough, the next season, there's a big crime that happens where one of the guys, his wife does it. And you're like, whoa, what? But then you're like, you find out later it was still Moriarty.
Okay.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Is the grandpa Moriarty in this?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is that you steal the lunch money and they find out, it was Grandpa. And Grandpa said, I did that as a test for you. And then the next thing is the class pet goes missing and everybody thinks it's Bugsy, but it turns out it's the Grandpa again. Okay. And they say, well, now we know that Grandpa's doing all the crimes. So Grandpa fakes his own murder.
Okay.
But it turns out it was a plot by Grandpa, but at that point, Grandpa is no longer with us. And then another crime happens and the kids go, well, it can't possibly be Grandpa. He's dead as hell. But but somehow it's still Grandpa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey,
the only way to get the kids off your case is to be dead.
Well, yes. I mean, obviously, Griffin. That's 101. Can I just say my favorite part about this question is if you read between the lines a little bit, that Grandpa is worried that the kids will solve it, but not sure they will. So the grandpa does think one of 2 things. One, that these kids are wicked stupid. Or 2, that grandpa might secretly turn out to be a master criminal and create an unsolvable mystery.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about Sherlock. There's something wild about that is Elementary. Remember that show? We were talking about Elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
You know?
Well, Justin, you were talking about Elementary, but go on.
Yeah, but I want to talk more about Elementary. Never watched a single episode of it. Ran for 7 years.
Yeah.
Ended in 2019, which explains why I haven't heard a lot about it lately.
Yeah.
But this is the thing I wanted to say. There's 154 episodes of this show.
Okay.
Right?
Syndication right there, baby.
It makes it, Johnny Lee Miller is now the actor who's played Sherlock Holmes the most times because there's so many episodes of it. Okay.
Right.
There's 154 episodes of the show. There's gotta be one that centers on pro gamers. Right?
Okay.
There's gotta be one episode where Sherlock's like, this is the gamers. The gamers are involved. Okay. It's gotta be his mouse cord that did the murders. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be one Elementary episode that's centered on pro gaming.
Right. So there's a bit where Lucy Liu has like a Google Cardboard headset strapped to her face, and she looks up at Sherlock, but she's obviously still seeing the game world in her headset, and she says, "So if you die in the game," and he says, "Then yes, you die in real life, love."
Hey, real quick,
Trav, can you help us build this incredible episode of Elementary.
No, I understand. I just want to read a paragraph here from The Return of Sherlock Holmes, the 1987 television movie.
Okay.
Following those instructions, Jane Watson finds a hidden basement containing a primitive cryogenic capsule with a man lying inside, whom she thaws. The man inside the capsule turns out to be her ancestor's friend and partner, the legendary Sherlock Holmes himself.
Cool.
Cool, man. That sounds pretty good.